on Reti Educational Academy YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to share a solved paper of Federal Public Service Commission Inspector BPS 16 in Airport Security Force. This paper was conducted in 2015. So here we go. Questions based on the suitable phrase. Against one's grain means against one's nature. Question number 2. At one's beck and call means at one's service. Question number 3. Bad blood means ill feeling. Question number 4. A dark house means an unknown genius. Question number 5. To cut the Gordian knot means to solve a difficult problem in a bold manner. And similarly questions. To hit below the belt means to make an unfair attack. Question. To pay ducks and dogs with money, to squander money. Question. On the spur of movement means without getting any time to think. Question number. To take a bull by the horns means to face danger. To win laurels means to win an honor. Now comes correct spelling of deceive, recept, embraced, vacuum, satellite. Now comes alternative words. Don't means overpower. Exorbitant means excessive. Pertinent means relevant. Various means greedy. Remorse means repentance. Now comes general knowledge questions. The Committee of Navarian Parliament awards the prize for peace. The date of operation of first open heart surgery in India was July 6, 1959. Question 3rd. The element in general knowledge section. The element of an electric stove made nichrome. The blood pressure of a young male human being is 120 maximum and 80 normal range. The first Winter Olympic Games were held at Chamonix, France. The electron was first identified by J.J. Thomson. The conversation hawks and owls is important to mankind chiefly because the birds eat many harmful rodents. The best way to tackle local environment problem is to provide environment education to the local people and create awareness. The first attempt at printing was made in England by William Croxton. The first foreigner to receive Bharat Ratna was Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Indian rebellion of 1857 was of independence on 10th May from the town of Meerut. Now comes Islamiyat questions. How many Sahaba were martyred in the Battle of Badr? 14. Which of the following is the landlocked Uganda? Tahrir Square is situated in Cairo. Benghazi, a city of Libya. River Nile originates from Lake Victoria. Greenwich is located in England. Masjid 𝘊𝘂𝑗 is situated in Medina. Who was historian, justice, philosopher as well as politician? Abdul Rahman bin Khaldun. Which surah of Quran has Bismillah twice? Al-Naml. In France, the best light day is celebrated on 14th July. What is new name of Leningrad State Petersburg? If there were no atmosphere, what would be the color of the sky? Black. White goods are durable consumption goods. Our sweetest songs are those that tell us of saddest thoughts. These words are attributed to Shelley. The first Asian Secretary General of United Nations was U Thant. The author of the New Deal was President Roosevelt. What is the total area of Australia? 7,891,000 square kilometers. ASEAN was formed in 1967. Decibel is unit used for intensity of sound. Now comes questions from mathematics. And these are the questions. If a sum on compound interest 3 times in a years, then with the same interest rate, the sum will become 27 times in 12 years. The least number of complete years in which a sum of money put out at 20% compound interest will be more than doubled is 4. A man borrows rupees 2550 to be paid back with compound interest at the rate of 4% per annum by the end of 2 years in 2 equal yearly installments. How many will each installment be? 1352. What annual payment will discharge a debt of rupees 1025 due in 2 years at rate of 5% compound interest? 551.25. All the questions are based on compound interest. A man borrows rupees 12,500 at 20% compound. At the end of every year, he pays rupees 2,000 as part repayment. How much does he still owe? After 3 such installments, none of these. Question: if the area of rectangular plot increase by 30% while its breadth remain the same, what will be the ratio of the areas of new and old figures? As per the options, none of these. A typist uses a sheet measuring 20 cm by 30 cm lengthwise. If a margin of 2 cm is left on each side and a 3 cm margin on top and bottom, then percent of the page used for typing is 64. What will be the cost of gardening 1 meter broad boundary around a rectangular plot having perimeter of 340 meters at a rate of rupees 10 per square meter? 3440. 2 meters broad pathway is to be constructed around a rectangular plot on the inside. The area of the plot on the inside, the area of the plot is 96 square kilometers. The rate of construction is rupees 50 per square kilometers. Find the total cost of constructions. Date inadequate. Which choice supply the missing figures in the following series? 48, 45, 40, 33, 24. And the correct answer is 13. This question is repeated in ASF ASI paper that was conducted on 9th April 2025. Akbar sold his old gun rupees 2500, which he bought for rupees 2500. What is his percentage loss? 64%. Ali sold his old car at the rupees 43,000. He was bought it for rupees 50,000. What is his percentage loss? So percentage loss, there all the questions are based on the percentage. You should prepare well for this chapter. A boy had twice as many sums wrong as right. If he had 25 sums in all, now how many of were wrong? 16. 100 divided by 100,000 is 0.001. A boy deposited rupees 300 in a saving bank which pays an interest of 5.5%. How much interest will be paid in 1 year? 16.5. What is 2% of 400? 8. Find the positive square root of 2025. 15. One side of rectangle is 22 feet. Which are the following could be the perimeter of the rectangle? 330. Now questions from everyday science section. A hydrophone is an instrument to detect sound underwater. The voice of mosquito is quite distinct from that of a lion because the frequencies of two sounds differ widely. The musical notes having frequencies of 300, 400 and 500 are sounded simultaneously. Find the frequencies that will be heard by ear: 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. If the intensity of one sound is 10 times the intensity of another, the two sounds differ by 1 bell. According to Laplace, sound travel in air as longitudinal wave motion. Velocity of sound at O centigrade in air is approximately 332 meter per second. Which of the following does not affect the reverberation time of room frequency? A turning fork having a frequency of 300 has a wavelength of 4 feet. The velocity of sound in air will be 1200 feet per second. When a stone is dropped into a lake from the top of tower 400 feet high, the impact will be heard after how many seconds? 5. No sound can be heard in complete vacuum. Now comes questions from Pakistan Affair. Subscribe Reti Educational Academy YouTube channel. I am sharing ASF FPSC Inspector Salt paper that was conducted in 2015. This paper will help you for the preparation of upcoming ASF inspector tests that will be conducted on May 24, 2025. Who set before Indian Muslims the national goal which later come to be known as Pakistan? Allama Muhammad Iqbal. Whose calm in 1930 made Indian Muslims something more than community to nation? Allama Iqbal. What was the fate of Abdullah bin Hayyan? Died in battle. Muhammad bin Qasim, on arriving at Sindh, established and controlled the Indus Valley as far north as Multan. The decisive battle between Raja Dair and Muhammad bin Qasim was fought on 28th October 712. Son of Raja Dair embraced Islam, Jai Singh. Babul Islam is celebrated every year in Pakistan on 24th July. The one of trusted commanders of Muhammad bin Qasim was 𝘘𝘶𝘶𝑦𝘓𝑗𝑔. Sultan Muhammad Ghaznavi carried out 17 expeditions in India between 1000 to 1026. Muhammad Ghori stabbed to death in 1206. Suleiman the Magnificent was a Ottoman caliph. The Mongols defeated Abbasids. Beth al-Hakim was established by Harun al-Rashid. Karl Brockleman is the author of History of the Islamic Peoples. The Ottoman dynasty fell 1924. Muslima al-Kazab was false prophet. Suleiman the Magnificent invaded Vienna in None. History of medieval Islam was written by. Please write the answers of these questions. Armistices between Turkey and allies took place on 1919. Kamal Mustafa was born in the town of Salonika. Subscribe Reti Educational Academy YouTube channel. I will upload the remaining past papers of ASF Inspector that will help you for the preparation. Stay connected. Thank you.